Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam yasha Allah. Koholoyim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And yeah, I'm just waiting to go into the DMV. I got a little appointment, so I wanted to get this lesson in real quick. And basically, going off into something that happened last night. So, I went to the store, and it was just by the Spirit. I heard the Spirit like, go to this store, go to this particular store. This is outside of my neighborhood and everything too, because I done passed up like 3 stores basically to go to this one particular store. So I get there. And, as soon as I walk in, of course, I grab what I grab, and I'm at the counter and I'm kicking with this older gentleman, I'm not sure what nation of people those people are. I think they're from Yemen or whatever. But, they pretty much, they came to the hood and bought up every damn thing, and just horrible service. I do. But anyway, so, I'm telling them, yo, you might want to light an incense or something, some pine sol or something, you know what I'm saying, kill, because, they let Jake walk in the store, they smoke cigarettes, they smoking blunts and everything, just standing in line. Like, why would you, just tell them, hey, look, no smoking in the store, you know what I'm saying, hey, can you please, I have other customers, I have other patrons, whatever. They don't do any of that, and they don't care, you know what I'm saying. Then I asked the guy, I'm like, well, shit, hey, I mean, if is this the only store that you have? Because normally they'll have multiple stores. And I'm like, because I know if you was in a white neighborhood, this store wouldn't be smelling like this, smelling like ass, old cooch, And so all of a sudden, because he's the only person that, kicking it with him, calmly. Then all of a sudden, I just see this head pop up with this other guy talking shit. I didn't even know he was there. He just out of the blue, talking all kinds of shit. Oh, it's because of, in so many words, he was just like, you niggers, it's you niggers. You got, people coming in or smelling like shit. He talking about Jake, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake is only you in Jake neighborhood. There's no so-called white people walking off in that store. It's none of his people walking in that store. It's no, it's not even, no so-called Northern Kingdom walking off in the store like that, man, because it's in Jake hood. It's nothing but Judah in that neighborhood, and Judah is walking in and out. So he's talking all day. Yes, y'all. It's you look at the ATM, look at the ATM receipts on the floor, and I'm like, hey, look, dude, that don't have anything to do with nothing, man. You're talking about one patron or 2 patrons. I'm a whole totally different customer. Yeah, I only mop 2 times. What the fuck he say? He says, I only mop 2 times a month. Like, man, bro, it's snowing and sleet and water and all kinds of stuff out here, bro. So they don't care about you coming in possibly slipping and falling. The parking lots is like shit. I mean, but that's everywhere that Jake reside, man. That's in every major city. I don't care what major city you go to, and Jake don't care. Jake really don't care. So, I cut into him, you know what I'm saying? Because of the way he was talking, I was like, man, you sounded like a bitch. Like, I don't talk to grown dudes, man, like they my woman or something like that. Like, I told him straight up, like, man, just shut the fuck up. You acting like a real bitch. Then, he goes on this rant, all this other stuff, but you know what I'm saying? And then he, the guy actually grabbed a baseball bat and came out of the security door, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you ain't about to do shit to me, bro. What you need to do, because there was some young Jakes in there. And the other guy from behind the counter, he's trying to get him to come back in there because they be shook anyway. Come back. So he's following me out to the parking lot. I'm like, hey, look, bro, right one will shoot your ass. Because first off, you got a weapon in your hand. And I will get off scot-free because the police officers are going to ask you, well, why did you come from behind a bulletproof glass or secure area to with a bat? Just emotional. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, you're not about to do nothing. I said, hey, what you better do is you better take your ass back in that store because Jake and them about to hit your motherfucking cash register. He's like, oh, and then he turns around and he runs back. Because there was like 5 or 6 young Jake in there. And they was, because they was laughing at his ass too. He like, man, yeah, So I'm already knowing Jake and them, they already know how they get down. You know, we already know how they get down. They don't give a shit about Jake. They come to the neighborhood. I'm like, man, hey, it's your fault that you came and tried to get down on Jake. You made it your business to come into our neighborhood and set up a liquor store. You know, you made it your business. Why didn't you get a store? It's plenty of places that you could have got a store at. Y'all got the money. The so-called white man, he's allowing you to come into the country and see where I live at. They get 7 years tax-free. They don't have to pay no taxes for 7 years. So everything they get, and they just banking. And they come to Jake Hood, and they know how Jake get down. Jake gonna spend money. So they come to the hood, and then once the 7 years is up, these slick bastards shut the store down for about 5-6 months, and then they'll sell it to one of their cousins, and then they'll get 7 more years of free taxes, bro. This is how they get down, but this is how Esau set them up. So, you know, I just wanted to go off into the book of Psalms, chapter 83. I got a few minutes here, so I'm going to make this quick. It's entitled, Yahweh implored to confound his enemies. Verse 1. A song or a psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. And this is something that we're praying for, man, during this Passover. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. See, the so-called white man, he comes through. You know what I'm saying? He didn't enslave Jake, and then he allowed the other nations to lick the wound, so to speak. You know? He allowed all these other nations come in and set up shop. They don't have to pay no taxes, you know? So all these nations there in our neighborhood selling us fucked up bad chicken. They own the supermarkets. They own the damn shrimp shack or fish shack. They own the gas stations. They own the banks. They own the mechanic shops. Beauty supply stores, you name it. Now, mind you, it's all Jake, 100% Jake. I can say at least 99.9% Jake, and Jake don't own nothing, man, in these areas. But that lets you know that we are the children of Israel, and we're under those curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. So it all fits, man. It all goes together beautifully like a puzzle, man. That's why, it's the spirit that's got to show you this, or the spirit is dealing with you for you to get this, because it makes common sense. And a lot of Jake, they get it when you explaining it to them. Like, if you're giving them the milk of the scriptures, like, look, this is the reason why we're here. This is the reason why. And notice this or notice that. These are the people that are in our neighborhoods that are, that's totally against us. But yet they're banking, sending their kids to school off of your ass, sending them to college. They becoming lawyers, doctors off the tax-free money they're getting in our neighborhoods, right? Okay, it says, for lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Because it's not just in Jake neighborhood. It's not just Southern Kingdom. They set up shop in Northern Kingdom neighborhoods, man. Which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Your biblical nationality is your Israelites from your respective tribe. Our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. His name was changed to Israel, or Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew. He is a prince of the power. And we're princes of the power, man. We come from one of his 12 sons. He had 12 sons, and all of us come from one of those sons, which are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. That's the reason why they give you names like blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Cubans, Dominicans, Latinos, Jamaicans, Honduras, all these different names, man. All those names come from the oppressor. They keep you oppressed. They don't want you to know who you are. And they're constantly they're just basically, you're still in slavery. Overall, that's what it is. You're still slaves. They just dress it up as if you're free. And you're not. Okay? It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. These are the people right here. All these nations are in our neighborhoods banking, man, all day long, every day. The tabernacles of Edom, that the number one enemy of the Lord is the so-called white man. That's the biblical name for the so-called white man right here. Edom. They're Edomites. Esau. They come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. We come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Esau and Jacob were twins in the womb of Rebekah, scuffling and fighting, you know. And the Lord said that these are two separate nations, two manner of people. So we've always had a struggle. See, they're on top right now. And what's about to come to them is they're about to, you know, go into slavery in this kingdom. And in the new kingdom, they're going into slavery. In the same way that they're on top of us right now, we're going to be on their ass, boy. Ooh, they have no idea. And it's going to be a double up. The Lord says, give their asses double. And that's what's going to happen. And we're going to rule with an iron thumb, man. The iron rod. Because them little jakes that was in there, I said, you see how they get down? I said, they don't have no respect for you, bro. They look at you as animals. They don't feel as if you should, you know, walk into a decent store with a decent smell in it. You know what I'm saying? They look at you as if you're just a damn animal. Come on in, give me your money. They don't say hi. They don't say bye. They don't say, you know, they don't greet you. None of that shit, man. We get the worst of everything. And that's, like I said, again, that's how you know that we are the children of Israel. And it's high time to awake out of sleep, according to Romans 13 and 11. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Because the Lord is about to take these people down soon, man. They're not going to continue to rule over the children of Israel, man. Everything that they've done to the children of Israel, they're going to have to pay for, right? Well, let's get these names again. The Tabernacles of Edom, which is the so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites. That's basically who I was dealing with last night, which is, you know, like your so-called Arabs. And, you know, they go by a few different names. Moab, the so-called Chinese man. I don't know who hates you the most out of the so-called white man or the so-called Chinese man. Because them motherfuckers, all of them hate us, though. But that China, them fuckers got a real disdain for our people. A real nasty, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna get their asses too. And the Hagarenes, the Hagarites, you know, the children of Hagar, Gabal, and Ammon, the so-called Japanese. We gonna get their asses too, because they them Asians, man, all of them. They look down on Jake real bad, right? And Amalek, those are Edomites too. Those are the, you know, them small hats that's over there in the land, fighting and fussing and shit about. They over there right now protesting to keep a bunch of wickedness going on. So how are they the people, right? The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, them damn Africans. Because see, these so-called white people, they got all our people thinking that we're all Africans. Like we just a whole goddamn continent of Africa when there's 54 countries in that place, right? But I just wanted to touch on this real quick. I'm going to go in here and handle my little business, man. It says Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. So, you know, I just wanted to touch on that. Because like I said, by the Spirit, it was just like, you know, the Lord wanted me to go to that store. And I went there. And all that conspired. And then you got this emotional. I'm like, dude, man, you emotional as hell? Like, dude, you acting like a chick. I guess he got a little offended and stuff because little Jakes was in there laughing at his ass. They're like, yeah, man, what's your fucking problem? You know? He get to try and name call. And I mean, man, I don't give a shit about none of that, man. I'm just here to do my business, man. I said, I'm here doing business with you. You're not here. You're not doing business with me. You know why you know, trying to name call. I'm like, I'm here spending my money with you. You're not spending no money with me. You in my neighborhood, you know, getting money off of my people. Why aren't you getting money off your own people? Because they know that they can't sell their own people that bullshit. But anyway, enough with that. Like I said again, hey, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know, all the brothers is about to pop up on live right now. Got the, I seen the apostle, I think Tahar, and that's the brother, Manatazat Bar. South Carolina. But anyway, you know, yeah, like I said again, hey, it's coming, man. We just have to be patient, hold on, and pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, that we haven't, you know, that we endure. Because what that guy don't know is when the so-called white man gets down on Jake and Jacob's trouble, he gonna run their asses off too. And see, that's when these people be wanting to link up with you. Because the so-called white man don't like them neither. So when the so-called white man get on their ass, then all of a sudden, we shall overcome. Let's get with the Negroes. Let's march. Can y'all help us out? Same thing that the Asians done. When that COVID shit went down and all them damn Asians was getting their asses whooped. All of a sudden, Asians and blacks solidarity. Like, motherfuckers, we ain't ever been solid. We ain't never been together. Y'all ain't never but that's what all these groups, same with the LGBTQ. You should know what we're going through. We're being discriminated. And Jake out here marching for all the bullshit. And then when these people get their rights, they leave your ass behind. You don't get no rights with them. They get their shit and they step off. Same things with Amalek. The damn Jews done that back in the days. Let's get together. Let's start the NAACP and all this marching shit. When they came up, what did they do? They got the fuck away from Jake. Anyway, let me go ahead and handle my business real quick. Hey, I just wanted to touch on this. I pray that this lesson was edifying. With that, Kwam Yashala. Hey, we on their ass, man. We gonna get them, man. The Lord gonna give us what he's gonna give us that lick back. We gonna get that lick back. Shalom.